Welcome, you curious minds, to the Uncanny Valley podcast.
Hello.
Today, we're embarking on an in-depth exploration, not through AI or robotics this time, but into a real classic. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It really does delve into the uncanny and the profoundly human in its own way.
It absolutely does.
And we're not just going to retell the story.
Yeah.
We want to peel back the layers of those early chapters. Look at the insights, the themes, stuff you might have missed before.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating, I think, is how this story, which seems simple on the surface, published way back in 1900, it sets up these really complex questions. Questions about identity, what we desire, what we even mean by wisdom or courage or, heart.
Yeah.
And Baum was deliberate. He said in his intro he wanted a modernized fairy tale, something with wonderment and joy, but leaving out the horrible and blood-curdling incidents you get in Grimm or Anderson.
He wanted something different for kids of his time, yeah. More delight, less trauma.
Precisely. Pure entertainment, innocent delight. And we'll see how the characters' first steps, their initial challenges, really foreshadow these big universal quests long before they even meet the wizard.
Okay, let's really unpack this then. Our goal is to look past the familiar plot points. How did Baum actually craft this world? What do those first steps on the yellow brick road tell us about who these characters are deep down? Their motivations and, the inherent qualities they already have, even if they don't see it themselves.
It's more than just a kid's book, isn't it? It's foundational in how we think about personal journeys, finding yourself.
Totally. So our journey starts not in Oz.
No, definitely not.
It starts in Kansas. And the description, wow, it's almost aggressively monochrome.
Isn't it? He really paints this picture of a sun-baked, cracked prairie, just flat, gray, stretching out forever.
No trees, no houses breaking it up. Even the dirt is a gray mass. The grass isn't even green. The sun's burned it gray, too.
And the house, blistered cane, washed out by rain. Dull and gray as everything else. Yeah. It's a powerful visual.
It's more than just visual, though. It feels emotional. Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, they're described the same way. Their sparkle, their red, their joy. It's all gone.
Yeah. Aunt Em used to be young and pretty, the book says. But the sun and wind have just bleached her. Gray eyes, gray cheeks, gray lips, never smiles.
And Uncle Henry, same deal. Gray beard, gray boots, stern, quiet. Doesn't laugh.
It's oppressive. And Baum makes it clear, doesn't he? Laughter is so rare, so shocking. It makes Aunt Em scream when Dorothy laughs.
Yeah, clutches her heart. It's intense.
And the only reason Dorothy doesn't turn gray, the only reason she still laughs, is Toto.
Right, her little black dog. His eyes twinkle, he's playful, he keeps her connected to some kind of joy.
That detailed Kansas imagery, it's absolutely crucial. Baum's using color symbolism, or maybe the lack of color, right?
Yeah.
To show this absence of life, of joy, in Dorothy's original world. It's a deliberate counterpoint, a blank canvas before the explosion of Oz.
It makes the arrival in Oz so much more impactful.
Exactly. It amplifies it. It's almost like a visual metaphor for the escape he's offering, moving away from those heartaches and nightmares of old fairy tales into wonderment and joy. The grayness is thematic, It shows the barrenness his story wants to overcome.
Okay, so from this grayness comes the cyclone. And it's not just destruction.
No, it's almost purposeful.
It starts terrifyingly, sure. The low wail of the wind, the sharp whistling, the house is right in the center.
But once she's inside, trapped, her experience shifts, doesn't it? After the first fear, it's described almost calmly.
Yeah, like a gentle rocking, like a baby in a cradle. The house whirls, rises slowly like a balloon.
Miles and miles away, as easily as you could carry a feather.
It's not violent entry. It's framed almost like a delivery. Toto's freaking out, barking. But Dorothy, she just lies down and falls asleep. Decides to wait it out calmly.
Which brings up a really interesting point. How does her perception, shifting from terror to this weird calm, affect how she adapts to Oz?
Good question.
The storm is immense, powerful, but for her it becomes this quiet, almost serene transition. It says a lot about her innocence, maybe. Her resilience.
Yeah, she's not just passive. Her internal state, finding comfort in chaos, it hints at this composure she has.
It totally foreshadows how she handles Oz later. Takes things as they come, very practical, surprisingly calm about it all.
So she steps out of the gray house, and boom, color everywhere.
The contrast is immediate. Lovely patches of greensward, stately trees bearing rich and luscious fruits.
Banks of gorgeous flowers, birds with rare and brilliant plumage, singing, fluttering, a sparkling brook. It's sensory overload after Kansas.
And then the locals. The Munchkins?
Right. Tiny people, Dorothy's height, but older looking. Weird blue clothes, pointy hats with tinkling bells.
And their houses are blue, too, round with dome roofs.
The shock of her house landing on the witch. It's huge, but then just pure joy from them. Gratitude.
They instantly label her a most noble sorceress, a liberator.
Just because her house fell.
It says a lot about how long they were in bondage, right? How desperate they were. Forced to slave for her night and day, now they're free.
And the silver shoes. That's a critical detail right away.
Huge. The Witch of the North says they belong to the dead witch. They have a powerful charm, but nobody, not even the Munchkins, knew what it was.
And Dorothy just puts them on because her old shoes are erect and these fit. No idea what she's just stepped into, literally.
It's a perfect symbol of latent power, isn't it? Potential you possess without even knowing. Like, power isn't always about using it consciously. It can just be part of you.
The Witch of the North shows up quickly then.
The good witch.
And she clarifies the whole magical setup. 4 witches total. 2 good, north and south. 2 wicked, east and west. Simple enough.
But then comes that fascinating detail. She says Oz has never been civilized?
Right. And that's why magic still works there. Kansas, being civilized, has no witches or wizards.
She literally asks Dorothy, is Kansas a civilized country? Dorothy says, oh, yes. And the witch is like, that explains it.
So what is the connection? Civilization versus magic? Does one cancel the other out?
It's a great question Baum poses. Is magic incompatible with order, with rationality? Does it fade as societies get more structured?
The Munchkins just accept magic. It's reality for them.
But Dorothy, from civilized Kansas, she's half frightened at facing a real witch. It's that clash of worldviews.
Yeah.
And even the powerful Witch of the North admits Oz, the wizard, is more powerful than all the rest of us together, sets up his huge reputation.
Suggests maybe civilization blinds us to magic or makes us dismiss it.
Could be. It definitely sets up this tension. The practical world versus a world where belief is potent, where unseen forces rule.
So Dorothy's goal is immediately clear.
Crystal clear.
To get back to my aunt and uncle, whose words stick about them.
And the path. The yellow brick road, to the Emerald City to find Oz, the great wizard. He's her only hope, according to the witch.
It's going to be a long journey, the witch warns. Sometimes pleasant and sometimes dark and terrible.
But she gives her that protective kiss, right? On the forehead. Leaves a shining mark.
Yeah, promises no one will dare injure her because of it. Sets her off with this magical protection, heading towards this legendary figure, all driven by wanting to go home.
Okay, so first major encounter on the road, the Scarecrow.
Right. Stuck on a pole in a cornfield. Supposed to be scary, but he immediately talks.
And he wants something specific. Brains. He thinks he doesn't have any.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Like you said, he helps Dorothy down, thanks her, feels like a new man, and right away.
He seems pretty capable of thought, doesn't he? Despite claiming he's brainless, he's polite. He expresses complex feelings like being uncomfortable knowing he's a fool.
He even suggests joining her quest, with a logical reason.
It's fantastic narrative irony. His origin story. He remembers being made day before yesterday, hearing the farmer paint his features, realizing crows ignore him. That shows observation, self-awareness.
Even self-pity.
Exactly. He can deduce things, strategize, like asking Dorothy to take him down. He figures out the yellow brick road must lead out of the forest eventually. This isn't brainlessness.
No way.
It totally challenges what we think brains are. Is it just book smarts? Or is it this practical cleverness he clearly has?
He might think he lacks brains, but we, the readers, see the evidence immediately.
Are we maybe blind to our own smarts sometimes? Because we're chasing some external idea of intelligence?
Could be. He even tells Dorothy pretty confidently that Kansas wouldn't work if people had straw heads, implying brains are needed for loyalty, for community.
Which is, again, a surprisingly complex thought for someone supposedly brainless.
But then he says, it is such an uncomfortable feeling to know one is a fool. They hit it's hard.
It's a total contradiction. He's aware enough to feel the discomfort of his perceived foolishness, a philosopher of his own emptiness.
He's practical, too. Lucky he's not hungry because his mouth is painted. Cutting it would ruin his head shape.
Huh. Yeah, and when Dorothy asks for a story, he says, my life has been so short, I really know nothing whatever.
But then immediately tells his whole creation story, chronologically detailed, shows memory, narrative skill.
He's constantly demonstrating the very thing he claims to lack. It's brilliant.
Okay, next encounter. The Tin Woodman.
Ah, yes. Rusted solid. Axe mid-swing.
And his backstory.
Oh!
Wow, it's vivid. And allegorical, right?
Definitely. Originally flesh and blood, loves a Munchkin girl. But this old woman wants the girl to keep working for her, so she bribes the Wicked Witch of the East.
And the witch enchants his axe.
Systematically. Cuts off his legs, his arms, his head.
Yeah.
Each time he goes to a tinsmith, gets a tin replacement. Determined.
Until he's all tin.
Yeah.
And the final blow cuts through his body.
And when he's put back together, he realizes, alas, I had now no heart.
It's a literal deconstruction. Removing his human parts, specifically to stop him from loving, from marrying. The witch didn't just want him dead. She wanted him incapable of connection.
Exactly. It wasn't about killing him. It was about destroying his capacity for happiness.
And when they find him, he's been groaning for over a year,
Yeah.
stuck like that.
A living statue of despair.
His first request isn't a miracle, just the oil can.
So practical. And he guides them precisely. Neck first, then arms, then legs. He knows his own mechanics perfectly.
And when he's free, immense gratitude. The contrast is striking. This metallic, seemingly cold exterior.
But this profound yearning for a heart, the symbol of emotion, empathy, connection. He's a machine longing for the human core.
Which loops back to the witch's motive. Why target his love specifically?
It highlights that fundamental yearning, doesn't it? For connection, for happiness. That's what he lost more than limbs.
He says it himself. While I was in love, I was the happiest man on earth, but no one can love who has not a heart.
And so I'm resolved to ask Oz to give me one. It makes his quest so deeply human, even though he's tin. Happiness comes from affection, not just being functional.
And the philosophical debate starts right there.
Instantly, Scarecrow pipes up.
All the same, I shall ask for brains instead of a heart, for a fool would not know what to do with a heart if he had one. Very Scarecrow logic.
But the Tin Woodman hits back. Brains do not make one happy, and happiness is the best thing in the world. Profound.
And Dorothy, just puzzled, doesn't know who's right. As long as she gets home, maybe it doesn't matter.
It sets up that central tension perfectly. Mind versus heart. What leads to a truly fulfilling life?
Okay, companion number 3, the cowardly lion.
He makes quite an entrance.
A terrifying roar scatters the Scarecrow, hits the Tin Woodman, seems ferocious.
But it's all bluff. He's terrified himself, even of little Toto.
And Dorothy just calls him out immediately. You are nothing but a big coward.
And he crumbles, admits his shame. I know it. I've always known it, but how can I help it? It's not just fear of things. It's this deep sense of inadequacy.
The struggle feels the most relatable, maybe.
I think so. He knows he's a coward, and it makes his life very unhappy. It's not about lacking strength. He's huge. His roar works on other animals.
Right, he can be scary. He just doesn't feel brave inside.
Exactly. His quest for courage isn't for physical power, which he has, but for internal fortitude, to overcome that self-perception.
He even thinks if he had no heart, like the Tin Woodman wants, he wouldn't be a coward.
But the Woodman points out, wisely, that his heart must be beating fast if he feels fear, so he does have one.
Huh. Good point. So the lion's journey is really about self-acceptance, finding courage within.
Totally. So now the group is formed. Their wishes align. Brains, heart, courage, home.
And they all pin their hopes on Oz, this mythical wizard they've never met.
Believing he's the only one who can grant these things. And that shared goal starts to build their bond, doesn't it? They start looking out for each other.
Yeah, the Woodman reassures Dorothy about the kiss mark protecting her. They agree to protect Toto together. The beginning of the team.
So they travel on, and the obstacles they face are key. They highlight strengths and vulnerabilities.
Like the first big ditch.
Yeah.
Huge, deep, jagged rocks. Seems impossible.
But the lion saves them. His physical power. He leaps across, carrying them one by one.
And the Scarecrow's practical thinking shines again. Offers to go first because if the lion fails, he won't get hurt, unlike the others. Brilliant logic.
Then the Kalitas. Those terrifying monsters, bare bodies, tiger heads.
Come and half them toward another huge gulf they can't leap.
And whose idea saves them?
The Scarecrow's. Fell a tree across it.
Quick thinking, followed by the Tin Woodman's efficient axe work to chop it down just as the monsters cross, sending them crashing.
It shows their different skills working together perfectly.
Which leads back to that idea. Are their weaknesses actually their strengths?
Seems like it. Scarecrow's brainlessness leads to unconventional solutions. Woodman's heartlessness lets him act decisively, efficiently.
These early episodes are crucial. They're not just plot points. They build the bonds, show their inherent qualities. They're proving themselves long before Oz.
They're learning to rely on each other, becoming this surprisingly effective team.
Okay, next big challenge, the poppy field.
Oh, beautiful but deadly. The smell makes flesh and blood creatures fall asleep forever.
But here's the genius twist again.
Scarecrow and Tin Woodman are immune. Straw and tin don't breathe.
They become the saviors. They physically carry Dorothy and Toto out, but the lion...
He succumbs. Too heavy for them to carry all the way out on their own. He gets stuck near the edge.
It's such a powerful illustration. Their deficiencies, no flesh, no blood, no breathing, become their protective qualities.
Totally inverts vulnerability. The less human save the human.
And they act with such selfless care. Despite one claiming no brain, the other no heart, it shows their inherent kindness, their loyalty.
The Tin Woodman's moments here are amazing. He remembers he rusts when he cries over the Scarecrow being stranded in the river earlier, so he dries his tears on Dorothy's apron.
So thoughtful.
And then he chops off a wildcat's head to save a mouse, and immediately apologizes for it.
Saying what? I have no heart, so I'm careful to help all those who may need a friend.
Even if it happens to be only a mouse. It's incredible. He's good because he thinks he lacks the usual guide for goodness.
He even worries about stepping on bugs because crying rusts his jaw. He thinks people with hearts have a guide, but he has to be extra careful because he doesn't.
It's not heartlessness. It's like hyper-conscious ethical behavior. Amazing.
Yeah. So the lion is stuck in the poppies. How do they save him?
Collaboration. And that mouse the Tin Woodman saved comes back into play.
Ah, the queen of the field mice.
Exactly. His act of compassion earns them this powerful, unexpected ally. She mobilizes thousands of mice.
Each brings string.
And they pull the lion out on a cart the Tin Woodman builds from tree limbs.
Incredible ingenuity. Collective power from the smallest creatures.
It shows power comes in all forms, right? Not just big and scary. Organization, gratitude, they matter.
And it again shows the characters using their strengths. Woodman's building, Scarecrow's problem solving. The lion himself is stunned by it.
He realizes flowers almost killed him, and mice saved him. How strange it all is.
It reinforces that the journey is the transformation. They're discovering their strengths, the power of their group.
Finally, the Emerald City.
The destination.
And it's green. Overwhelmingly green. Buildings, pavement, windows, even the sky seems tinted green.
Green marble, emeralds everywhere.
But there's that catch. The guardian of the gates. All green himself.
Insists everyone wears green spectacles. Locked on.
Why? To prevent blindness from the city's brilliancy, he claims. Everyone wears them, day and night.
So what are they really seeing? Is it genuine or...
It screams illusion, doesn't it?
Totally. The greenness isn't real. It's enforced by Oz himself, a controlled environment.
The glasses have been worn so long, the book says, most of them think it really is an Emerald City.
It's a huge hint about Oz being a humbug, right before the reveal.
Look.
She's the power of belief, or forced belief, in shaving reality.
And Baum set this up earlier, didn't he? That Farmer warned them, Oz never shows his real form, takes any shape he wants.
Exactly. Bird, elephant, fairy. No one knows who he really is. We walk into the city already knowing it's built on deception.
So the big meetings with Oz. And he's different for each of them.
Always hidden. Always intimidating.
For Dorothy, a great ad. Huge, disembodied, winking, rolling eyes. Creepy.
For the Scarecrow, a lovely lady. Silk gauze, jeweled crown, wings. Ethereal.
Tin Woodman gets a terrible beast. Elephant-sized, rhino head, 5 eyes, 5 arms, 5 legs, covered in hair, nightmare fuel.
And the lion. A ball of fire, blindingly bright, hot enough to singe his whiskers, pure power.
Each appearance designed to instill fear, command, reverence. Tailored to them, maybe?
Seems like it. Playing on their anxieties or ideas of ultimate power. And he never shows his real self. Always shifting.
And the demand is the same for all of them.
Kill the Wicked Witch of the West.
He flat out tells Dorothy she has to earn her trip back to Kansas. Everyone must pay for everything he gets in Oz.
He even dodges the question of why he can't kill her. Puts the burden entirely on them.
It shows he's a bad wizard, not because he's evil, maybe, but because he's a bad man relying on tricks, not real power.
He's just trying to get rid of them by giving them an impossible task.
But despite the fear, the disappointment, they agree to do it.
The lion steps up, surprisingly. There is only one thing we can do. Seek out the Wicked Witch and destroy her.
Even Dorothy, who did not want to kill anybody, agrees to try. It's a huge moment of collective resolve.
It really shows how far they've come as a group. Their individual wishes are still there, but the shared goal, their mutual dependence, overcomes their fear.
They get ready pragmatically, too. Woodman sharpens his axe, oils his joints.
Scarecrow gets fresh straw, new paint on his eyes. Dorothy gets food packed. Even Toto gets a bell.
They accept the danger and prepare together, using their strengths. again showing the qualities they think they lack.
Okay, so off to the land of the Winkies, the Wicked Witch of the West. She's formidable.
And cunning. Only one eye, but it's like a telescope. Spots them from miles away.
Her responses are immediate and desperate, increasingly. Starts with animal armies.
First, 40 wolves. Tear them to pieces, she orders.
And the Tin Woodman just takes care of them. Axe work, ruthless efficiency, 40 heads roll.
She's furious. Next, 40 wild crows. Peck out their eyes.
And the Scarecrow handles them. Immune to pecking, just twists their necks. Simple but effective.
Still not done. Blows her whistle again. A swarm of black bees sting them to death.
And the Scarecrow has the idea. Hide Dorothy, Toto, and the lion under his straw. The bees break their stingers on the Tin Woodman. End of bees.
Finally, she sends her Winky slaves with spears.
But the lion lets out that huge roar, and they just run away terrified.
It's like a perfect showcase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Each attack is met by a specific strength of one of the companions.
Exactly. Wolves versus axe, crows versus straw, bees versus tin and straw, Winkies versus war. It forces her to escalate while they keep proving their worth.
She's getting angrier and angrier, which
For
leads her to
her trump card, the golden cap.
the ultimate weapon. Grants 3 commands to the winged monkeys, ancient magic.
And we learned she's used it twice already, once to enslave the Winkies.
And wants to drive Oz himself out of the West. Shows how powerful this thing is.
It's her absolute last resort. She does the weird ritual, chanting the magic words.
Yes, hello, hello, hello. This is Zik.
And the monkeys arrive, ready for her final command.
It shows even massive magic has limits, right? The cap is powerful, but finite. 3 uses.
Her using it now shows pure desperation, but it also adds history, shows how she built her power, even challenging Oz, gives the world structure.
And the monkeys are brutally effective.
Devastating. They tear the Scarecrow apart, empty him, throw his clothes in a tree,
Smash the Tin Woodman on rocks, leave him dented and silent.
capture the lion, tie him up, fly him back to the castle prison.
But Dorothy and Toto, untouched.
Why?
The kiss, the mark from the Good Witch of the North.
The Monkey King says it himself. The power of good is greater than the power of evil. They can't harm her.
So Dorothy's protection is passive, a gift, unlike her friends who had to actively fight.
Right. It underscores her innocence, this innate goodness shielding her, even as she's taken prisoner. Establishes that moral hierarchy. Goodness is the ultimate defense.
So Dorothy becomes a slave in the witch's kitchen, cleaning, sweeping, feeding the fire.
The witch threatens her but doesn't dare hit her because of the mark, but she desperately wants those silver shoes, knows they're powerful but doesn't know how.
And the witch hates water. Terrified of it, won't touch it.
Crucial detail.
She sets that trap, the invisible iron bar, trips Dorothy.
And snatches one of the silver shoes. Thinks she has half the power now.
That theft pushes Dorothy too far.
Give me back my shoe. She grabs a bucket of water.
And throws it, not trying to kill her, just angry about the shoe.
And the witch just melts.
Like brown sugar, it's so mundane. All her power, her magic, undone by plain water.
It's a brilliant subversion. Great evil defeated by something simple every day. And by Dorothy's pure, righteous anger, not some complex spell.
The witch's dying words. Didn't you know water would be the end of me? Almost pathetic.
And Dorothy's reaction?
Genuine shock and sorrow. I'm very sorry indeed. She had no idea.
Underscores her innocence again. Hero by circumstance, not intent. Then she just calmly cleans up the mess and takes her shoe back. Very practical.
So the witch is gone. What happens immediately after?
Liberation. Dorothy frees the lion right away.
Then calls the Winkies together. Tells them they're free after years of slavery.
And there's huge rejoicing. Feasting, dancing, they declare a holiday.
And the Winkies, being tinsmiths, get to work on the Tin Woodman.
Right. Carry him back carefully, work for days and nights, hammering, soldering, polishing.
Until he's back in shape, just with a few patches. Which he doesn't mind.
It's this amazing communal effort. Gratitude in action, the physical mending contrasts with the internal stuff the others still seek.
And it reinforces his need for care. He cries tears of joy, and Dorothy has to wipe them so he doesn't rust.
Beautiful paradox continues.
The Winkies also get the Scarecrow's clothes down. The Woodman, with his fancy new gold-handled axe, chops the tree down.
They restuff him with clean straw, as good as ever.
The whole team is reunited, restored. They have a few happy days at the Yellow Castle, comfortable, safe.
But that phrase, as good as ever, what does it really mean for them?
Good point. Physically restored, yes. But their core desires remain, right? Brains, heart, courage.
Exactly. It sets the stage perfectly for the return to Oz. Mission accomplished. Now time for the reward.
The Winkies give them parting gifts too. Gold collar, diamond bracelet, gold-headed stick, jeweled oil can. Tokens of gratitude.
And Dorothy finds the golden cap, puts it on, no idea what it is, just thinks it's pretty. Foreshadowing.
Okay, so the stage is set. Witch defeated, friends reunited, ready to go back to the Emerald City.
Full of hope. Convinced Oz will now deliver on his promises. They think the surprises are over.
So looking back at this first part of the journey, from gray Kansas to vibrant Oz, the cyclone delivery system,
The unlikely friendships forged in danger.
we've looked closely at these quests for brains, heart, courage, and seen how simple water defeats great evil, and how they constantly show the qualities they think they lack.
Using their weaknesses as strengths over and over.
Which brings us back to that big question you raised.
Yeah. As we see Scarecrow's ingenuity, Tin Woodman's compassion, Lion's bravery in action, what does it really mean to have those things?
Is it something innate you discover? Or a gift someone gives you?
And is Baum maybe nudging us, encouraging us to look inside for what we seek outside, to trust our own hidden strengths and the power we find together?
A perfect thought to leave everyone with. Until next time on the Uncanny Valley podcast.